Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Cuban Gamer. Thank you for clicking on this video. So, the title, just as the title says, I kind of made this video because I've seen a lot of, talk about whether MMR is good for the game or not. Particularly between Scott Jund and Rosie, but obviously everyone has an opinion on it. And to be fair, I think that both sides have valid points. Like, I understand both sides. Like Scott, he and like Scott and a lot of other streamers, they view it as something that could potentially be harmful for the game because streamers and good players are is gonna be a sweat fest, just like other games with skill-based matchmaking, yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, I see the point, but on the other hand, people like Rosie and I, definitely advocate for an MMR system, or just honestly any you don't even gotta get too hung up on the MMR thing. Just any functioning, accurate matchmaking system. You know what I mean? Because what we got right now, everyone knows the flaws with it. Is basically how much you play. Red rank isn't actually the top level. Rank 1 isn't actually a top level, etc. But but the thing is with the MMR, skill-based matchmaking debate and the hooks and kills debate, the thing that I think a lot of people are missing is that I feel like everyone, has a point. Like I think everyone has points I can agree with, but I don't think there's, right or wrong or anything, It's just up to preference, But to be honest, I think that there is a solution, to keep everyone happy, and I think that the best solution would basically be to just try everything out. And what I mean by that is, I think I think everyone can agree that one of the biggest problems that DBD has, is, every kind of player has to play against each other. So what I mean by that is casual players, sweaty players, and everything in between, everyone in between has to play against each other, and that's not fun, So, sweaty players want to play against other sweaty players, competitive players, should I say, want to play against other competitive players, and casual players just want to chill and have fun, So basically this game, it's long overdue for more than one playlist, a ranked playlist and a casual playlist, or game mode, whatever you want to call it. I prefer to call it playlist because the objectives are still going to be the same, so it's not really going to be a different game mode. But I think a lot of, if not most, successful games have a ranked, a playlist for competitive sweaty players and then a casual playlist. I don't know why DBD doesn't. You know what I mean? I mean, what we have currently is kind of like, it's just a, you can get anything. You can get the sweatiest game ever, or you can get the most chill game ever, the most easy win ever. The matchmaking system, as pointed out by Rosie, it's pretty bad. It's really bad. I don't know why Behavior hasn't at least made an option to only play against red ranks. I don't care how long the queues would be for a killer. They could be as long as survivor queues. If there was an option to do that, or at least, play, what if you could choose, like, what ranks, to a certain degree, but, like, what ranks you get to play against. Like, I only want to play rank 1 through 6. 6 highest, to be honest. And if I have to wait longer, so be it, but I feel like, I just want to be challenged, you know what I mean? This game, it's so sad because this game, it really has so much potential, but, as everyone knows, the developers kind of, that's how everyone knows that the developers don't really care, and they don't make the best decisions and whatnot. But anyways, trying to stay on topic here. So yeah, the MMR and the casual. So Scott Jun and others, okay, I get it. You don't want a sweat fest. You want casual. You just want to have fun. Whatever. That's okay. Let's make a playlist for that. It's basically what we have right now. You know what I mean? And then let's make another playlist. A rank playlist. With another, matchmaking, system that actually works. I don't know what that would be. I don't really, I don't really know what that would be. I haven't thought that much into it. It's not really anything I have any knowledge on, how to make different kinds of matchmaking and stuff like that. I don't know how to do that. I don't know anything about that, but I just want, at least a more, they can just keep the ranks that they have now, but at least make it more strict. Like, red only plays with red, purple only plays with purple, etc. Only play with ranks like 2 or 3 ranks away from you. So if I'm rank 4, play only against like rank 5s and under, for example, or rank 5s and rank 3s, whatever, but yeah, so what would happen, I feel like this change would really, like, I don't really see like a negative from this change, like, I think this change would kind of benefit everyone. Scott Jund and everyone who doesn't want a functioning, system. They want this system we got now. Go ahead, bam, have your fun. Play against bots, like, whatever, you want to go for 100 wins, 50 wins against bots, go ahead, boom, whatever. By the way, I'm not, throwing shade to Darva or anything like that. But I mean, at the same, I'm a fan of Otts, Scott, Rosie, True, everyone. But I mean, the reality of the game is, and he's admitted it, is that you just can't really beat like that top percent team. Like, you can't beat like a good team, a good survivor team, a coordinated team. You can't do it. This game is so unbalanced. It's kind of a joke. But okay, my bad for getting off topic. But the functioning MMR system, or whatever system, the functioning matchmaking system, that's where, that's where stuff gets really interesting, because what would the benefits be from that? Well, as Rosie has pointed out, and he's talked about, and I agree with him on this, I don't agree with him on everything, but I do agree that a functioning matchmaking system is going to be needed. It's going to help the game, because as of right now, there is no clear indication of what is high-level play. No one really, like, most of the community doesn't even know what high-level play is. The developers probably don't know what high-level play is. I mean, Scott Jun says, that they do, and they don't care. Yeah, okay, well, whatever. I get that. Like, they might know, but maybe it's not as apparent to them. Maybe it's kind of watered down, the statistics and the reality of the game. I mean, look, I don't. Let's put it this way. I don't even have that many hours in this game. Like, as you can see, like, I'm Devotion 6. I don't even know. I'm on console. I don't know how many hours that is. You don't have to put in that many hours into this game. You don't even gotta be like, you know, you don't gotta put that much time in this game just to see how unbalanced it is. All you have to do is understand the game. If you understand the game, you know how unbalanced it is. But anyways, I do want to keep this kind of short. But yeah, just I hope, you know, what I said, you know, kind of makes sense. You know, I don't want to get into too much detail, but, you know, just to recap, I'm suggesting the solution, you know, to the MMR debate, or whatever you want to call it, is let's make a playlist. What we have right now, this current, you know, playlist, game mode, whatever, keep that separate, and then let's make, you know, make the MMR separate. You know, make it for sweaty players. You know, competitive players and like good players want to play against other competitive and good players. You know, I'd rather lose against a good team than beat a bad one. You know what I mean? You know, I see a lot of streamers and content creators and just, you know, players in general just, oh, you know, this game isn't competitive, like, why are you trying so hard, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Look, the truth is, I get it, DBD isn't competitive, whatever, and winning isn't everything and whatever, but skill should be rewarded. You know, like, the way that this game stands right now, it, you know, you know, everyone has different opinions, but it's undeniably favored towards survivors. It really is. Like, you know, some people think it's drastically survivor favored. Some people think it's maybe slightly survivor favored. Some people might think it's perfectly, or, well, I hope no one thinks it's perfectly balanced, but if we have a functioning matchmaking system, maybe the devs will, you know, fix the changes, you know, I mean, fix the game for the better, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to keep on, like, repeating myself. I'm just kind of going off the top with this. I didn't write anything down or anything. I'm just speaking my mind, but basically, yeah, let's have a casual playlist, which is what we have now, basically. Let's have that, and then let's have a functioning matchmaking system for the competitive players, you know? And you know what? I think that this would solve, you know, thinking about it now, just thinking out loud here, but I think that this would also solve another problem, which is determining what percentage of the player base is quote-unquote high level. I mean, what even is high level, right? Well, I mean, you know, it's kind of a touchy subject, but what percentage of the player base actually, like, understands the game? What percentage of the player base understands tiles, understands mind games, understands how to counter killers, etc., stuff like that, you know, competent survivors, you know what I mean? Just you know, like, I was watching the debate or whatever between Scott, Rosie, and it was Jay Allo's. It wasn't a debate, it was Jay Allo's podcast. I didn't get all the way through it because whenever I watch like, you know, debate videos and discussion videos, I always get, like, super passionate about it, and I don't even want to keep listening till I talk about it, you know, just to get my thoughts out of my head, you know, get it off my chest. But yeah, like, you know, I'm not not the most experienced player or anything, but I haven't seen anyone mention this. Like, why hasn't anyone thought of this, or why haven't I seen anyone talk about this? Like, why do we have to put everyone in one playlist? You know, every change that you make in DBD is gonna affect different kinds of players. If you make a decision to help casuals, it's gonna hurt you know, competitive high-level play. If you make a decision to cater, you know, to balance around high level, it's gonna affect the casuals. That's just, you know, that's just facts. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's never gonna work if everyone's just in the same playlist, or I mean the same, you know, if everyone's playing against each other, it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work, man. You know, this game, I don't know, like, I have days where I love this game, and I have days where I just don't have any fun at all, and part of that is because of matchmaking, and part of that is because of balancing, you know? So this solution that I'm proposing, it would, you know, for all competitive sweaty players out there, it would fix both of those problems, you know? I would only be playing against good players, you know, or at least, you know, decent players, you know, people my skill level, right, with a functioning system, and depending on how much of the player base would be in the sweaty playlist, for, you know, the competitive ranked playlist, MMR playlist, depending on how many people are in there, you know, the developers, you know, would be able, just like, you know, Rosie's talked about a bunch, they can balance around what they see, you know what I mean? At the highest level, the killer is most, you know, as, you know, I'm just sounding like a broken record here, but at the highest level, in general, killer is too weak. So, and who knows, like, to take it a step further, maybe they can, you know, obviously this would never happen, so we're just, you know, talking hypothetically here, but if they made a playlist for high-level play, they can just make balance changes. They can just make changes to that playlist. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, they can change the RNG, the tiles, whatever. There's been, you know, that's like a whole nother topic, but everyone knows that, you know, that killer's too weak in chase, survivors have too much to work with in general, at the highest level play. So if they wanted to, they can, you know, keep the game as it is in a separate, right now, they can keep that in a separate playlist, and then at the high level playlist, whatever, the rank playlist, for high level play, they can balance it. There, boom, everyone's happy. I don't know, like, why isn't anyone, I don't know why no one has brought this up. Is it really so crazy to think about? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, none of this is ever gonna happen anyways. I don't want to let this drag on too long, but I am just thinking if there's anything else I want to say. I think I'm gonna make a separate video talking about the hooks versus kills debate, but basically, you know, I feel like we could do the same thing with that. Actually, I might not even make a separate video on that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Like, we could just do the same thing. Let's make a playlist where the killer is the killer's ranking and whatnot, MMR, if you will. It would be based, or the win condition is kills, and then let's make another one where the win condition is based on hooks. You know, like, let's just try. You know, that's what the PTB is for. It's supposed to be to try new things out. You know, because everyone I feel like everyone's talking about you know, like hypotheticals, like hypothetical situations, like, oh, this percentage of the player base, or this percentage of the survivors are good. It's a bunch of numbers, but no one really knows because we have nothing to work with. So, but anyways, I think I'll just leave it at that. You know, sorry if I'm all over the place, blabbering, whatever. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. You know, peace.